So today, we're going to talk about AI coding assistants. But here's the thing. Picking one of these isn't just some tech decision you leave to your dev team. No, this is a huge strategic choice. It's going to affect your security, your IP, and honestly, the entire way you build software from now on.
And that's really the core problem, isn't it? You've got this incredible promise of making everyone way more productive. But at the same time, you're looking at a minefield of security holes and big unanswered legal questions about who actually owns the code. It's a real tightrope walk.
All right, first things first. We are not talking about the old school autocomplete that just finishes a variable name for you. This is a massive leap forward. These tools are built on large language models, and they're designed to figure out what a developer means, their intent, and then create brand new working code from scratch. It's a whole new ballgame.
Yeah, it really is a new age of code. We've gone from tools that just, check your grammar to smart systems that are basically your co-pilot in the creative process. So what does working with one of these things actually feel like? Well, it pretty much comes down to three main ways you'll interact with it. First, there's inline auto-completion, where the AI just suggests whole chunks of code while you're typing. Then you've got comment to code, which is wild. You write a sentence in plain English about what you need, and boom, the AI writes the function for you. And finally, there's conversational chat, where you can literally talk to the AI to hunt down bugs, clean up your code, or just try to understand what's going on in a complicated project. Okay, but here's where it gets really interesting. The big players in this game aren't just selling different products. They're selling three totally different philosophies. So when you pick a tool, you're not just buying software, you're choosing a path for your company. First up, we have GitHub Copilot. Think of this one as the slick, top-of-the-line luxury car. It's incredibly powerful, it's super easy to use, and your team's productivity will go through the roof, like day one. So what's the catch? Well, it's a black box. You're completely locked into their world, and you have basically zero idea what data was trained. And this right here is their whole strategy. See, Copilot isn't just a feature in your editor. It's a full-on platform. It's woven into everything, your code editor, your command line, even your code reviews. They're even testing an autonomous agent that can see a bug report on GitHub and just go fix it. It's a complete all-in-one system built for maximum convenience and, let's be real, maximum vendor lock-in. Now for our second philosophy, we have Code T5+. So if Copilot is the fully built luxury car, think of this as the high-performance engine. It's open source, which means you get total control. You can see everything, you can fine-tune it on your own private code, but you have to build the rest of the car around it. And that takes some serious in-house expertise in what's called MLOps, or machine learning operations. The true magic of Code T5+ is just how versatile it is. Because of its unique design, it's like a Swiss Army knife for code. It's great at stuff other than just writing code, like summarizing what a complex function does, translating code from one language to another, or even spotting bugs automatically. This makes it the absolute perfect foundation if you want to build your own custom AI tools in-house. And that brings us to our third path, StarCoder 2. Let's call this one the ethically sourced vehicle. Its whole reason for existing is to be responsible, transparent, and legally safe. The big selling point here is all about managing risk. You know exactly where every single piece of its training data came from, which makes it by far the most legally defensible option out there. And here's exactly how they pull that off. StarCoder 2 is trained only on code that has a permissive license. This is a direct answer to all those copyright lawsuits flying around. It also gives developers a tool to have their code removed from the training data. And get this, it even has a search tool so you can trace a piece of code it generated back to the original source. That's building good governance right into the tech itself. So, okay, we've got three very different paths. But here's the most important thing to understand. No matter which one you pick, you are going to face some serious risks. Every single path has its dangers, and you've got to go in with your eyes open. Let's talk security first. It's been confirmed by multiple studies now that these AI tools can and often do write insecure code. One major study found that up to 40% of the programs these things generated had potential security vulnerabilities baked right in. And if you break it down by language, the numbers are still pretty scary. We're talking weaknesses in almost a third of the Python code it spit out and about a quarter of the JavaScript. The bottom line is simple. You have to treat every single line of AI-generated code as if it's untrusted, period. The other huge risk is legal, and it's called license contamination. Let me paint you a picture of the absolute nightmare scenario. The AI suggests a bit of code. Turns out that code was trained on a project with a really restrictive copyleft license. You don't know that, so you pop it into your company's commercial product. Just like that, you can now be legally forced to make your entire product source code available to the public. For a lot of companies, that's game over. And look, this isn't just some made-up problem. There's a huge lawsuit happening right now, Doe versus GitHub, that attacks the very idea of training models this way. We don't know how it will turn out, but it creates this massive potential financial risk for anyone using these tools. This legal gray area absolutely has to be part of your decision. So, after all that, all these risks, all these trade-offs, how in the world do you actually pick one? Okay, let's break it down with a simple framework so you can match the right tool to what you're actually trying to accomplish. All right, if your number one goal is just raw speed, you need to get from an idea to a working prototype as fast as humanly possible, then GitHub Copilot is your answer. For innovation labs or R&D teams, its instant productivity boost is it's unbeatable. But if you're in a heavily regulated field like finance or healthcare, or you're sitting on some really valuable intellectual property, your top priority has to be managing risk. In that case, StarCoder 2 is the obvious choice. Its whole design is about being transparent and legally safe, which gives you a much stronger leg to stand on. And finally, if your goal is to build your own unique advantage with AI, to make something nobody else has, then Code T5 Plus is what you want. Its flexible design is the perfect starting point for creating your own custom AI tools, turning this tech from something you just use into a core strategic asset for your company. And this table really just lays it all out, doesn't it? You can see Copilot pushing the envelope with advanced stuff like autonomous agents, but you give up the ability to fine-tune it. On the other hand, both Code T5 Plus and StarCoder 2 give you that power to customize them on your own data. One is your flexible starting point, and the other is your legally sound fortress. At the end of the day, the right choice is the column that lines up with your company's core strategy. Because really, this whole conversation is bigger than just tools. The actual job of being a developer is changing right before our eyes. It's becoming less about writing every single line of code and more about being a conductor of AI, guiding these incredibly powerful systems to create something amazing. So the real question you have to ask is, are you ready to lead that orchestra?